Good morning, everybody. It's Chris with Kickstart Cash. Today, I wanted to talk about one of my first deals that I ever did. And it's important because through the Kickstart Cash system, we usually raise people between $50,000 and $150,000. So a lot of people from across the country say, well, if I only get approved for 50 grand, what can I do with that? So, and I've had a lot of people, even my friends, say, that's not a lot of money to go and do real estate deals with. And just so you know, the Kickstart Cash system just isn't for people doing real estate. It's really for people that want to start or expand a business. I just so happen to be heavy into real estate, so it's what I use for examples. So my very first deal was a sandwich lease, and it went something like this. I found a buyer. Actually, the buyer found me. He was referred to me, and I had been inside of the real estate investing education world for about a year, and I hadn't done any deals yet. I was just studying and I put my time in, so I had the arsenal of different techniques for real estate investing in my tool belt, so to speak. So this gentleman called me and said, hey, I heard that you buy houses. My mom and dad passed away, and my sister and I don't have the money to fix up the house because they had a realtor come and say, yeah, we can get this price for it, but first you have to do this, 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 and this. And it was probably about 20 grand if someone was going to hire contractors to come in and do all that stuff. So I said, how about, hey Coop, are you following me out to the lake? So I said, how about this? How about I buy it from you on a land contract with the intent of me fixing it, and then I'm either going to rent it out and get you out of it after I get it repaired. I'll refinance it, or I'm going to sell it myself. And oh cool, there's some turtles down there. Oh, he's fast underwater. So he said, okay, I'll do anything because we just want to get rid of it. We can't afford to pay the utilities and the tax bills and the insurance on it, so we'll do whatever. So I negotiated the deal. I was going to pay him $50,000 at the time of me cashing him out. But first, I got into the deal with no money down, with a $50,000 contract for 2 years, and I was going to pay him $300 a month. I took care of all the rehab, all the expenses, and he agreed to that. So right away, I knew that I had to come up with a little bit of money to go redo the bathroom floor, paint the whole house, do carpet, and just some minor touch-up, which I can do because I'm a general contractor. So I went into the contract, $50,000 to buy him out of it, $300 a month, no money down, and I had 2 years to execute the contract. So right away, I put an ad out there that said rent to own. $70,000 was the after repair value, and I had 4 or 5 people call me. And before I inked the deal with the title company from my seller for $50,000, I had my buyer for $70,000 sign a contract with me and give me $6,000 cash. That was his down payment to get into a 2-year lease with me while we fixed his credit up good enough so he could actually buy it for $70,000. So this is a great strategy, and it works when people can put a little bit of money down, and then we can fix their credit up and make them lendable. It's kind of funny because inside the Kickstart Cash system, I probably could have gotten him the money, but back then I wasn't using the Kickstart Cash system. It wasn't for probably another year that I realized that the Kickstart Cash system could work for people, and that's when I started implementing it, first for myself and now for you guys. So I got the contract to sell it for $70,000. I got $6,000 cash, and then I call my seller and say, okay, I want to sign the $50,000 contract. So before I even did all that, I already had my buyer lined up with $6,000 cash, and I go to the closing and sign the contract for $50,000. So over the course of 2 years, I profited about $4 grand just in rents, and then executed a $20,000 basically flip profit from the 50 to the 70. I did go in there and put about $3,000 worth of work. I redid the bathroom floors myself. Actually, my brother helped me. Thanks, Mike. And spruced it up, painted the whole place. I didn't have to put carpet in it. I negotiated that with the guy that was moving in because he didn't want to wait for us. So it worked out to be a really good deal. So my point is, with the Kickstart Cash system, I got into that deal actually with no money down, but realistically I probably should have put money down, like anybody out there doing real estate, and we'll coach you guys on that stuff. You would probably have to put some money down. So let's just say it would have cost me 10 grand to get in that contract. With the Kickstart Cash system, if I raise you $50,000, we can teach you and coach you guys how to go out there and find those deals. So you could do 10 of those deals with 10 grand down. Let's say, okay, 5 deals. I'm thinking a little bit outside the box. But if you had to put 10 grand down, you could do 5 deals and make 100 grand over a 2-year period. So that's not a bad deal or a bad way to go about using the Kickstart Cash system. If, say, you have a house you want to buy for $150,000 and then it needs 20 grand worth of rehab money, the Kickstart Cash system probably it's going to be a stretch to get all that money, which inside of our coaching program we have other avenues to help you guys find that money. But the Kickstart Cash system, super simple. You don't have to show tax returns. You don't have to show job verification or income, as long as you have a high enough credit score, and we can get you there through our coaching program. So this money can work in any market. Like I said, you could take 10 grand and go get into a contract and flip it and make 20 grand and get your 10 grand back. So inside of our coaching program, we show you guys how to be creative, like we were, or I have been, to use low amounts of money to go and get into deals. We can also use the money to do flip properties where you have the money bought, or the money to buy the property, but you don't have the money to rehab it. So just go and check it out. Our coaching program's there to help you guys get through all these different obstacles to make it a win-win. So when you do get approved for a certain amount, we can help you guys through the process to make that money make money for you. So check it out, kickstartcash.net. We'll see you guys on the inside.